one of the biggest shifts that I think parents need to make in the teenage years, which is I'll break this down into three different things that I think are the reason you don't need to be afraid and things you can do to help yourself throughout the process. So the first one is to understand the stage of development that you're in and understanding your place in that stage of development.
Mm,
So, number one, I will say there are, as I see it, three distinct stages to a child's evolution.
okay.
There's the stage where we as the parents are curating the world for our children.
Mm,
You're deciding, what school you're going to, who's in contact with you, what your blanket is, what you eat. We are in charge of much of that, much of the time. Not always. There are, of course, circumstances where people find themselves not in that situation. But for most people, you can be relatively in charge during those first 5 years, right? So
right.
let's say that's about 0 to 5. About 5 to 13, but it can be 5 to 11. It can be, 7 to 12. It's different for every family, but around 5 to 13, you're in what I would say is stage two, which is you're actually curating your child for the world. So you're
Mm,
teaching them, yes, there are times you're not going to get invited to a birthday party. Yes, there are teachers you won't like. Yes, this is a practice you've got to go to because the team is counting on you. So we start curating our child for the world. From the age of 13 or ish to 18, right? We're actually helping our child and the world, like watching our child curate themselves and the world for each other, if that makes sense. You're actually stepping back and helping your child understand the world and who do they want to be, what world do they want to pick, and then
mhm,
who do they want to be in that world? Which friends, are good for you? Which habits are good for you? What do you not want to do, but you want the outcome of? And
mhm,
essentially, if you think about it, like these are the years where a child learns to drive, you can take that metaphor. I like to work in metaphors and images because it just helps ground it for us. Think of yourself as the driving instructor. They're holding the wheel, they've got their foot on the pedal and the brake, but you're there as a second in place. So
mhm,
if you needed to step on the emergency brake, you could. If
mhm,
you needed to grab a wheel, you could. But they're the ones driving. And so if you understand your place in those years, it helps you know how to move in.